Nominal value is 100 of a company quoted at a premium of 20%. See, premium is given. At premium is what? You add or subtract for premium. So 100 plus what? 100 plus 100 into 100. What do you get? Check whether you got 120. Yes. Okay. This is market value. Next. Yes, Mariana. Any doubt? Okay, we have market value next. After this, student, just read the question. The number of shares bought by Mohanlal. You have to find number of shares. So, in which two formulas do we have number of share? In which two formulas? In investment and dividend. Which one of these two is given? Investment value is given or dividend value? Investment. So, if you want to find number of shares, right? Investment formula. From there, you extract number of shares formula. If not, it would become tough, confusing for you all to solve. Just a minute. So investment formula. Investment is equals to market value into number of shares. From this, take out number of shares formula. Number of share is equals to investment divided by market value. What is investment? 29040 divided by market value is 120. So 12 ones are 12 twos are 24, 5 carry 12, 48, and 2. 242 is the number of 242. Fine, this is the calculation. So we got 242. I'll erase all these things. See, when they ask number of shares, remember only investment and dividend, annual income as number of share concept. So erase all this. 242. Number of share is 242. Next question. Annual income from the share. What is annual income or dividend formula? Nominal value is 100 into number of share is 242 into rate of dividend is simple, students. Simple. Only thing, there is no transaction first and second. If there is transaction in between, you would have got the connecting thing. What do you call that? What did I tell you? Sale proceeds, right? Sale proceeds. So here is not selling it or buying it. Is not selling anything. Is not buying anything. Not reinvesting the money. Basic question. So AI. What is this AI? What did I write? Annual income. Annual income 0 and 0 gets cancelled. What's the answer? 242 into 15. What did you get? 3,630. We got this. Next one. The percentage return on his investment. What is percentage return or rate of return? Correct. Dividend. What is dividend? We got dividend or annual income. Both are same. 3630 divided by 29040 into 400. See, 3 steps, 3 marks. And board exam, you'll get 2 questions. From all the chapters, they'll give you 2 questions. One easy and difficult. It depends on the main. In which main they give this. So 0 and 0, let me calculate using calculator. 3630 divided by, what's the final answer you all got? Very good. 12.5 is the answer. Tanishka, where did you go wrong? Why you didn't get Naomi, Tanishka, others? 12.5. Okay, 13%. It is 13. No, 15. Fine, correct that. It is 15%. Next. What's the next question? Other things are the same. Okay, 11th one you can skip. 12th one, initial dividend. Uh, Amit Kumar invested in buying 100 shares premium. The dividend is 15. All this you can easily You can do it, students. Nothing tough. A man invests a sum of 15 shares, dividend quoted 36 annual income. Same question, 400 at a premium, dividend. All this is same, except the last few questions will solve. Most important question was this sixth one. No, not sixth one, which is the transaction question. Sixth question. Yesterday we did that, right? Sixth one. That was the most important one. Toughest one. Other things are very simple. See, you pick any question. Which one shall we solve next? Which one you'll want me to solve? 14th one. Okay. And this is Ivania's answer. Investment. See, this is how we're supposed to write, students. Investment, rate of dividend. Don't write ROD, all those things. Okay, write it in full words. Investment, rate of return, face value. Okay, you can write face value, nominal value, anything. Market value, 100 plus 20. Where's the calculation, Ivania? Why have you erased it? 20%. You understood that calculation part? Look here, I'll explain once again. So, where is that? Ninth question. See this one. When you're writing market value, 100. No, the formula for market value is nominal value plus, if it is a premium, it is plus, or nominal value, if it is loss, it is minus. Fine. So 100 plus 20% is given at a premium of 20%, not 20 rupees, students. If it is rupees 20, you could have written it directly. 100 plus 20, 120. Fine. So 20% is 20, 10, 20 divided by 100 into 20. This calculation. So don't assume it is just 20. Sometimes you'll go wrong. See, what if nominal value is 200? Nominal value is 200. Fine. So if you think that market value 20%, and if by mistake if you add just 20 here, what do we get? 200 plus 20, we're getting it as 220. But what's the actual formula? 200 plus, how do you calculate 20%? 20%. 100 into 200, two zeros gets cancelled. What is 2 into 20? What's the answer? Look here, one silly mistake, even if you try to solve all the questions, you'll end up getting 0. Just one silly mistake. The answers are not same. 220 is different, 240 is different. Okay. Only if nominal value is 100, you'll get the answer, students. If it is anything more above 100, apart from 100, you have to show the calculation like this. 220, 240, both are different. Okay, so calculate it for increase. That is premium. Add discount. If they tell discount, subtract it. Subtract, minus. So it becomes 200 minus 40, 160. Okay, this is how you solve. So if that one thing would have gone wrong, everything is wrong. Investment is wrong. You won't get market value. You won't get number of share. Fine. So number of shares will go wrong. If number of share is wrong, dividend will obviously be wrong. Everywhere we use the same concept. Okay. Number of shares. Yes, this is how we are supposed to write. First write investment formula, market value into number of shares. From there you take out the number of shares. Investment divided by market value. Number of share 242, correct. Dividend. Okay, dividend is 3630. What word they have used here? Have they used dividend or annual income? What word have they used? Ninth one. What word? Annual. If annual income is asked, write annual income, student. Don't write dividend. Okay, don't write it as dividend. The meaning is same. Annual income, dividend, or just income. Whatever word they ask, write that word. Number of shares, income 242, 3630 is correct. Return. Okay. Write percentage of return. Percentage of return is dividend divided by investment. Okay, 12.5% is the answer. Correct. I'll tell you the difference. Income, dividend, annual income is same student. It depends on the textbook which they use. But for board exam, whatever words they mention, you have to write it. If they ask annual income, write annual income. If they ask you to find overall income or just income, just write income. If they ask dividend, write dividend. Okay, so each author will follow different words, but the meanings are same. Fine. Which question did you ask, Tanishka? Which one is that? Yeah, this 14, 15 are these are some tough questions. We'll do that. Look, rupees 35,400 is split into how many parts, students? Is divided into two parts such that, see, so two, let us take part 1 and part 2. Part 1, part 2, or first part and second part. Part 1, part 2. So part 1, we don't know what part 1 is, students. What is this given? Divide 3,000, 35,400, and one part is invested. What do you mean by this? One part is invested. So what is this 35,400? Basically, what is it? Investment. Yes, investment. See, tell me what are the words we studied here, students? What are the data given? Invest. We have investment, market value, face value, and rate of dividend. We know how to identify face value, market value. We know rate of dividend is always on percentage. So it is very easy to calculate, to figure out investment. Only investment will be given in rupees. You go through all the questions. And one more thing is number of shares. For number of shares, they won't put rupees symbol. Remember this. So it is obvious that whenever rupees comes, that is investment. Wherever you come across rupees symbol, that is investment. Fine. So part 1 you can take 35,400, or we don't know what is part 1. Let us take investment. Investment as X. Now you have rupees 100. Out of 100, 20 rupees you are going to invest in part 1. So how much will you invest in part 2? 80. How do you get that? How do you get that 80? 100 minus 20. So here use the same concept. If in part 1 if it is X, in part 2 what is the overall value? 35,400, right? Yes. Part 2, what is the investment for part 2? 35,000 minus 35,400 minus X. First part. This is the first concept. Cherisha, Joanna, are you all trying to answer? Adya, you are listening what I'm explaining? So part 1 split into two parts, students. We know that part 1 is investment is X, part 2 investment is remaining value 35,400 minus X. Such that part 1 is invested. There. Tell me all the part 1 calculations, students. What is part 1? 9% is what? Okay, 100 here is nominal. Nominal value is 100. Whichever comes before share, that is nominal value. At 4% discount. What do you mean by discount? Add or subtract? Okay, that is first part. Second part, tell me second part is 12%. Nominal value is 50. Premium is add or subtract. So you all calculate. I'm explaining, you calculate. Next, what you have to find? The annual income from equal. So what you have to find here? The word annual income is given. So what you have to find? What is annual income also known as? Dividend. Right, dividend formula. Here you have to calculate annual income. What do you mean by both are equal, students? Both are equal. So once you find this, you have to equate them. Left hand side, right hand side, then you will get the value of X. Did you understand? Now what you'll do? First find the market value. Split this two parts. That's it. Enough. Split into two parts. Start calculating market value. Part 1, part I want you all to calculate AI, annual income. Overall investment is 35,400. It's split into two parts. Wait, let me see all the values first. 35, 400, 900. Discount is 4%. Calculate 4%. Next, we have 12, 50, 8% premium. 35,000 one number of. Okay, number of shares. How do you calculate number of shares? Number of shares is in which two formula? Your investment is given. What is investment? X is equals to market value. Yes, find market value. Find market value. What is market value? 4% discount, 8% premium. 4% discount. And for the second one, 8% premium. So whoever is feeling this chapter tough, skip students. Skip. There are another 3 or 4 easy chapters. Matrices and another 3 or 4. You can concentrate that. So in detail, I have explained. Okay, if investment is given, can you tell me the direct formula for number of shares? Which one you have to divide? Investment divided by? Very good. What is investment? X divided by? Given for this. What is number of shares? What 400 minus X divided by 50. Investment is equal. So calculate investment for both investment. Sorry, annual income. Annual income is equals to dividend is equals to nominal value 100. Number of shares, use this X divided by 96 into what is rate of dividend? 9 by 100. Very good. Next. For the next one, what is annual income? 50 into 35,400 minus X divided by 54 into rate of dividend is right. Write it till here. After this, I'll explain the next step. Complete it till here. Yeah, you can consider even this one as important one. Sixth question, 14th question, 15th question. Completed till here? Okay. Reduce it, students. Reduce this. Which one gets cancelled? In the first part, which one gets cancelled? 100 and 100. Second one? Okay. Before we equate, you have to cancel. 14th one I'll solve. 15th one you'll have to try. So try doing the 14th one. Don't just sit and copy. 100 and 100 gets cancelled. Next, what about this 9? 3 threes are 3 into how many times? 32 times. So what are we getting? 3x divided by? Do the thing this side. See, 50 ones are and 50 twos are. 2 ones are 2. 2 ones are 6 nines are. So what are we getting? X by 9. Are we getting both the values? Two equations now. First equation, second equation. What is the statement they have given? This is the most important part. What is the statement they have given? The annual incomes are equal. So right, the annual income is equal. AI is equal. Therefore, take the first equation. 3x divided by 32 should be equal to what? Should be equal to 1400 minus. See, this is where quadratic equation comes into play. Quadratic equation. What we solve. Cross multiply and complete this. Don't write AA, write annual income is equal, cross multiply, find the value of X. What they have asked us to find, students, before solving, what we have to find? Divide 35,400 into how many parts? 2. So that is the investment. Once you find the value of X, calculate both the investment, tell me the final answer. Look, students, you can even keep it like this: 35,400. When you multiply 32, what do you get? Look here. If you're feeling this stuff, don't multiply. Make the calculation simple. Minus 32x, right? Like this. Don't multiply this. Here you get it becomes tough. Just write it like this. Keep it like this. What happens to this minus 32x if it goes to the other side? Yes. First solve this. 27x plus 32. First solve this. What do you get? All this is practical application where you have to use multiplication laws, division, addition, subtraction. You don't have to multiply this. You can just keep it as it is. What is 32 plus 27? Then how do you find it? If you want to find it, which one gets divided? 59. So divide 59 with 35,400. If you try to multiply with 32, again lengthy calculation. It would take, you have to simply waste 2 or 3 minutes for that. Divide 35,400 divided by 59. What's the answer? 6. Okay, x is equal to 600 into 32. What is the value of x? X is 19,200. Which is that? Where did we take x? First investment or second? First one, right? First investment. What have they given here? Part 1 or part 2? Okay, two parts. So write part 1. First part 1 investment. What is part 1 investment, students? 19,200. What is part 2 investment? 400 minus, yes, that's it. 19,200, you'll get the answer completed. Yeah, 19,200 is the answer, correct. So you should get 16,200 as the answer. 16,200. Is this clear? All of you understood how to solve? When split into two parts question? Okay, two parts. Mostly they might give it for 4 marks, students. 4 or 5 marks. Very lengthy question. Wait. 15th one is the same. Whoever wants, I mean, you'll have to try the 15th one. From 16th one, it is different. I will do it later. Better investment. This is the third part, third type of question. Better investment question. Better investment. 5,000, 10%. He sold them when the price rose to 23, invested the proceeds. Okay. 18th, 19th, it is similar to the sixth question. 18th and 19th, two parts question. So you have to find the sale proceeds. Can you see the 18th question? The word proceed is given. Sale proceed. 19th question, can you see the word proceeds? All these words, student, these proceeds acts as connector. Connector is nothing but two parts. In between two parts, you have to join this calculation part. They act as a connector. Proceed. Look at all these words. Proceed. 18, 19, 20 proceeds are given. Investment 23 quoted. Invest to obtain. Okay. Invest to. Yes. Tanishka, at what time you have to leave? Fine. Stay for another 5 minutes. Where you leave? Look here, students, I'll tell you about the topics here, chapters. And did you all buy the previous year question bank, all of you all? Before the exam, I told you all to purchase one, right? Did you all buy? Yes. Okay. See, all the subjects, student, maths, no problem. Maths, I have. I'll just send you the questions. I'll frame questions on that. Purchase for the entire chapter. I think important subjects, around 5 or 6 subjects, and do it. Look here. Now I'll tell you about the chapters. See, for final exam, GST, very basic question. From past 3 4 years, they're just asking you, giving discount questions, discount, addition, subtraction, only basic questions. So you can concentrate on GST, banking. If you're feeling shares and dividend important, I mean difficult, skip that. Linear inequation is easy. Quadratic. Cherisha, Joanna, I want you all to mark these chapters. Are you online? Because from this 10th standard students, I've been observing you to have reduced, not performing well, have gone down in studies, not attending on time, not attending regularly. What's the problem? So I'll mark these chapters, concentrate on these chapters for final exam. Is it clear? Okay. Because project also I've asked students, I had no response from you all, both of you all didn't show me. Others have already submitted. So concentrate on these easy chapters. Look here. First two, this quadratic. Problems on quadratic is also tough. You can just ignore that. Ratio is easy. Factor and remainder and factor theorem. Matrices, easy. AP, GP, you can ignore that. Reflection, section midpoint reflection, equation of a straight line. Okay, equation of a straight line. All these are easy chapters. I'll first mark the easy ones. Reflection, section midpoint, equation, matrices, remainder theorem and factor theorem, ratio proportion, quadratic equation, linear inequation. Next. All this you can skip. Angle and cyclic property. Construction. Tangent will be a bit confusing. Angle cyclic, construction is easy. Volume is tough. Trigonometry identities and heights and distance. Compared to volume and other chapters, these two are okay. You can manage. They'll give you a basic question. This graphical representation, mean, median, these three chapters, and probability. Fine. So I'll tell you all the tough ones. Volume, 21st chapter, 19th chapter, 19th, 21, 15, 16. Okay, 15, 16, 17, 17, 10, 11, 10, 11, 3, 3, 10, 11. These are the tough chapters, students. So if shares and dividend, if you will feel tough, just ignore. Out of 20, how many total? In your syllabus, there are 27 chapters. In the 3, 4, 4 plus 4, 8. Remaining 18 chapters, you all can concentrate. Keep practicing those 18 chapters. You all can score. I'm telling it for all of you. All of you, make a note of these chapters. These are some tough chapters. Okay. So why I'm telling you all this? When I'm teaching these chapters, students, remember this. Just mark all this 3, 10, 11, 21, 19, 15, 16 and 17. Quickly mark these chapters. When I'm solving questions from these chapters, any of these, if you're feeling it tough, okay, if you're feeling it tough, don't get stressed. Because of these chapters, maths is not going to be tough. You can easily score 60 plus. If you have submitted your project, if you're not submitted, I'm not responsible. If you have submitted your project, definitely 60 plus. Okay, I'll teach you all, I'll mark definitely 60 plus. Apart from that, put extra effort, try to learn all this. You can score above 90 students. 80 plus, 85 guaranteed. Because MCQ, it is totally tough. Okay, so practice regularly. These are tough chapters. Tough. So if you're not able to do in this, anyone, don't have to worry about this. Entire max is not dependent on these 7. These 7 hardly you might get it for 12 or 15 marks. That's it. Okay, but it would take at least one chapter will take 1 week. One chapter will take 1 week. So how many chapters are there? 3, 4, 8. 8 chapters. So this will take around 1.5 month, 1.5 to 2 months. These are the chapters pending. 1.5 month. Okay, 1 or 1.5 month. It might take 1 or 1.5 month. So even that entire 1 month, if you're solving these chapters, if you're feeling it tough, don't get stressed or demotivated because of these chapters and questions. When you'll have other chapters, you can concentrate on that. Okay. Not only for math students, even for other subjects, plan like this. It will take what hardly 2 or 3 hours. Sit, open your textbook, check, go through all the chapters, check your notes, whichever is tough, keep it as tough. Mark it as tough chapters. Try to do it in the last. You take physics, chemistry, bio, anything out of 10 chapters, 3 or 4 will be tough. Another 5 or 6 will be easy. You can score in that. Fine. Is this clear? All of you understood what I explained? Hmm. Even in this, few are manageable. Only this volume is tough. Most toughest part is that volume, loci, circles. 3 or 4 students. Even in this, 3 chapters are fine. Moderate questions. Moderate one. Very tough for 4. The questions which they set is very tough. You sometimes even I can't solve that. Okay. Not now. Previous year questions. 1 or 2 questions when I went through, those questions were tough. Fine. What's the time? One. Yes, Tanishka, you can leave. You can leave and log in at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll start at 12. Yes, students, am I audible? Can you see the screen? All of you? Okay, there was some network issues. Fine. Tanishka, you can leave Tanishka. Log in at 12 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be starting at 12. Can you? Fine. Others take 5 minutes break. We'll continue after 5 minutes, students. Okay, shall we start the next one? All of you online? Okay, Adia, Charisha, Ivania, Naomi, Joanna. What about you? Okay, next one is investment question. Even this is very simple. You should just understand the logic, students. Look at whenever they give, what you call this. 15th one, you'll try it. Try it for homework. Okay, 15th one is same like 14. Try it for homework. Which investment is better? Which is better investment? Better investment. Okay, before starting this better investment thing, now in terms of business, students, in terms of business, we call it as investment. In terms of business, we call it as investment. Okay, which is better? Job. It is similar. When once you start working, you can just compare it like this. Which is better job? Example, you're going to two jobs, A and B. In A, the salary you're getting paid every month. Every month you're getting paid 50,000, 50K. In company B, your salary is 70K, 70,000. Which is better company, you think? Which one is better? Company A or B? Which is better to work, students? In company A or B? Company B, right? What's the reason? Why company B? Salary is high. Ultimately, what do we look for, students? When you start to work, what do we look for? Money, the salary, right? Whatever effort we put, the ultimate thing is salary. Company B, salary. In terms of business, here how we check salary, in terms of business, we check annual income or dividend. So whichever business gives us annual income or dividend more, that is better investment. This is the concept. Simple concept. We have to find annual income or dividend. Is this clear? All of you understood? Better investment question. The meaning of better investment. Okay. It is similar to salary, student. The ultimate thing, we are working for salary. Even in business, we invest in business because to get good returns. That return is nothing but annual income or dividend. Okay, annual income or dividend. Now, so whenever they give this question, if you're solving this, you have to find annual income or dividend. Ultimate thing is calculate annual income and dividend. Next, what is better investment? There are two values given: 10%, 100 shares at 120. The second one is 872. 872 at 72. Fine. In better investment question, what did I tell you all to find? Which one you have to find? To check which is better investment. What is the ultimate thing you have to find, students? Annual income or dividend, right? You have to check annual income. What is annual income formula? What is annual income or dividend formula? Nominal value into rate of dividend by 100. ROD, rate of dividend. Even here, the same. Annual income is equals to nominal value into number of shares into rate of dividend. Fine. Now tell me all the data is given in the first question. What are the data is given? What is ROD? Rate of dividend 10%. What is nominal value? What is nominal value and market value, students? In the first one, nominal value is 100. Market value is 120. Okay. What is missing here? To find annual income, what is missing? Nominal value is given 100. Rate of dividend is 10 divided by 100. What is missing? Number of share is missing, right? Number of share is missing. Now I'll tell you. When you're finding better investment question, we need to find annual income. In that, number of shares will definitely be missing. They won't give number of shares. How do you calculate number of shares? For that, first thing is investment, total investment, total investment for both students, for both the company, the total investment. You are supposed to take the market value of both 120 into 72. This is the total investment you have to assume for both the transaction. Okay, for both the investment, I mean both the companies, this is the total investment. Whether you take the first company or second company, this is the investment. Which two things you have to multiply? Tell me what you have to multiply. Investment is equals to what? 120 into 72. Here, what is the investment? It's the same. What's the investment? Take multiply both the market values. What's the investment? 120 into 72. What is number of shares formula, students? How do you find number of shares using investment formula? Number of share is equals to, very good. Investment is 120 into 72 divided by what is market value? So 120 gets cancelled. What is number of shares? 70. Calculate here. Calculate number of shares here. If you, that's what I told you. If you don't remember number of shares direct formula, we know investment is given. Take investment formula. Investment is equals to number of shares into market value. Calculate. Calculate both and tell me which is better investment. Which question? This is 16th question. Complete it. See, for each and every question, you don't have to write market value, nominal value, rate of dividend. I mean, you have to write nominal value, rate of dividend, all those things for each and every question. Write it neatly. Find nominal number of shares. You can write like this, one beside the other or one below the other, students. Write one below the other, even that is fine. Fine, I don't have space. I'm writing one beside the other. Write one below the other. Investment one, investment two. So which is better investment, students? In which one you're getting annual income more? Yes, which one is better investment? Why second investment, Naomi? What's the annual income you got? Second investment. Yes, Naomi, why is it second investment? What's the reason? Very good. 960, right? And for the first one, it is 720. What about others? Did you all complete? What are you doing, students? Others? Why others are not responding? Joanna, Cherisha, Adya, Mariana. Voice is breaking. Okay, there is some network issues. Did you all try this? Did you all understand how to solve investment one and investment two? Investment questions. Okay, tell me just one thing. When investment is given, what do we need to find, students? If there's better investment, what is that one thing we need to find? Annual income, right? Annual income. In annual income, what is missing? Which value will be missing in annual income? Number of shares. In order to find number of shares, which formula we use? Investment. So investment will not be given. What you have to do if investment is not given? You have to multiply both the which value? See, investment is related to which one? Investment is related to which one? No, no. Investment meaning market. Yes. Yes. What is investment? Actual formula for investment? What is actual formula? Market value into. So what is related here? What is involved? Market value or face value? Market value, right? So that's the reason we multiply. Yeah, that's the reason we multiply market value, students. Can you see both the market values I have taken for investment? Both the market values I have taken for investment. Is this clear? Any doubts in this question? You all have any doubts? So this is 16th one. Second one is the better investment. You'll have to write it. You'll have to write. Don't write second one is better investment. You'll have to write the answer like this. Final answer 8% rupees 100 shares at rupees 72 is better. That's it. Is a better investment. 8% 100 shares at rupees 72 is a better investment. Okay, fine. I want you all to try two questions for homework, students. What are those two questions? Tell me what are the questions I told. Which one? 15th and 17th. Yes, 15th and 17th for homework. Will you all try the 15th and 17th for homework? You'll have to do it. Okay, complete. And tomorrow I'll be conducting at 12 o'clock. Fine. Yeah, Naomi, tell Tanishka to go through the last 15-20 minutes of the recording. This better investment question. Better investment. Okay, Cherisha, Joanna, stay online. Others can leave. Log in at 12 o'clock tomorrow, students. Tomorrow the class is at 12. Cherisha and Joanna stay online. Others can leave.